unto my feet and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
First reading. A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to Corinthians, chapter 2, verses 10 to 16. The Spirit reaches the depths of everything, even the depths of God. For what human being knows what is truly human, except the human spirit that is within? So also no one comprehends what is truly God's, except the Spirit of God. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit that is from God, so that we may understand the gifts bestowed on us by God. And we speak of these things in words not taught by human wisdom, but taught by the Spirit, interpreting spiritual things to those who are spiritual. Those who are unspiritual do not receive the gifts of God's Spirit, for they are foolishness to them, and they are unable to understand them because they are spiritually discerned. Those who are spiritual discern all things, and they are themselves subject to no one else's scrutiny. For who has known the mind of the Lord, so as to instruct him? The word of the Lord.
My dear friends in Jesus Christ, today 1st of September, 22nd week in Ordinary.
The Gospel is taken from St. Luke. Then Jesus went to Capernaum, a town in Galilee, where he taught the people on the Sabbath. They were all amazed at the way he taught, because he spoke with authority. In the synagogue was a man who had the spirit of an evil demon in him. He screamed out in a loud voice, "Ah, what do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Are you here to destroy us? I know who you are. You are God's holy messenger." Jesus ordered the spirit, "Be quiet and come out of the man." The demon threw the man down in front of them and went out of him without doing him any harm. The people were all amazed and said to one another, "What kind of words are these? With authority and power, this man gives orders to the evil spirits, and they come out." And the report about Jesus spread everywhere in that region. The Gospel of the Lord.
My dear friends in Jesus Christ, in today's Gospel passage we see that Jesus is curing a person, or rather, he is curing a person and driving out the demons from that person, the satanic power. People have been asking from me this question always, most of the time, does Satan exist? Father, is there really the power of evil? My answer always is yes. Satan exists. The power of evil is there in the world. But my point here is how this power enters into man's life. How Satan starting to work in man's life. That is my point here, my dear friends. We know the power of Satan is lower than the power of God's. That is very clear. The power of God is far more than from the power of the Satan. The moment a person, or rather a human being, the moment when the divine power is lesser, when the divine power is no more in person's life, that is the very moment the Satan enters into that person's life. The moment where there is no power from the divine, power from the above, that is the very moment where the Satan enters into that person's life. My dear friends, that is how, that must be the way where Jesus could heal the person. Jesus could cast out the demon from that person's life with the divine power. Jesus had the power from above, power from the divine. Jesus was fully filled with that power. Therefore, Jesus could conquer the evil power. My dear friends, we all of us at present, we have learned, or rather, we are used to substitute God's power by many other powers in this world. We are get used to substitute God's power by other secular powers. They are ruling us. Not the Creator is ruling us, but the creation is ruling us. Other powers, they are ruling us. There is no space for God's power. Automatically, we became unnormal. We became abnormal. We feel like some other power is ruling us. Let's try our very best. Let us open our hearts so that the divine power, the God's power, the power from above may fill us and empower us so that there is no space for the evil spirit to rule us. Amen.
Sri Wachanayano